Hello guys, DarkLord Projects here, and today I am starting a new series. It is a laptop series, and I'm going to show you the best laptops, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, most likely monthly. So I wanted to do an October one. This one is going to be all based off of exoticpc.com. I'm not advertising or anything, I just really like it, and they have great customer service, and the people who work there are absolutely fantastic. So that's what I'm going to do for today. And I'm going to do $3,000 computers. One's like 900 range, like this one. Next one's going to be around 1,000. Next one's going to be a little bit above 1,000. But nothing's going to go above 1,100, and nothing's going to go below 950 for the three laptops. My plan is to always show you one beast godly laptop every review too. So this website allows you to customize your laptops. That's what Sager does. Most of these laptops are Sager because Sager's been doing a great job with the past few months when they've been releasing these laptops, and so these are ones I'm actually looking at myself. So let's just go down the list of stuff I selected. So everything here you don't have to worry about. This on Sager, I highly recommend checking this, but if you don't have the money, it's a risk for you if you're willing to spend $300 if there are dead pixels. So processor, I upgraded this to the i7 4700MQ. It's 2.4 gigahertz, 3.4 gigahertz. It's a quad core, 4th generation Intel Haswell Core i7, and this processor is really nice. It works great for the GPU for this computer. The IC Diamond thermal compound and the copper cooling upgrade you can do, but it's not necessary. So the graphics video card is an NVIDIA GeForce GT 740 2GB, and it's GDDR3. That's the only killer. I honestly prefer GDDR5. And so the 740 is okay compared to other ones. I honestly recommend this if you're at such a strict budget that you can't go past 964.18. So really haven't changed much. It's still at 8 gigs of RAM. There's no solid state drives, but I'm going to stick with the 750 gigabyte 7200 RPM hard drive. Don't upgrade to 1 terabyte. It's all a trick because it's 5400 RPM. And if you're going to be recording, rendering, something like that, or even your operating system, you want to put it here on something with a higher RPM. So optical drive is the same. This is just extra stuff towards the beginning's most important stuff. And then let's scroll down to something else I changed. Everything's the same. So operating system, you could do no operating system if you want to save yourself some cash. And that's what I'm doing because I actually already own Windows 8, and so I'm going to deactivate my other computer and do this one instead because Windows 8 is the cheapest and is honestly one of the best. If you're used to Windows 7, go right ahead. I actually prefer the Windows 8 Professional, but Windows 8, there's really no big difference. There's just some differences for people who really know the operating system, you will notice the differences in the Professional and just regular Windows 8. So everything else is the same. And here's their warranty. Their warranty is pretty good. And if you're wondering more about it, you could just contact somebody at Exotic PC. And so, yeah, this one. You get a 29.82 discount from the regular Sager price. And if you're a student, you get another 1%. And then in select models, you get a military discount. And that's people who are currently in the military and people who are ex-military. But those are the only discounts they do. And there's specials. Like currently they're having the Halloween special. The autumn savings, $50 off when you spend $1,250 more dollars. And so, yeah, let's go to number 2. So this one is also a Sager, and this is $1,002.98. So I'm just going to show you, most of it's very similar to the other one. So the processor is the same, still 4th generation i7 4000 MQ. So same gigahertz and all that stuff, but the big difference is the graphics card. Yes, it is the 750, and honestly, if you had a notebook checkup or something like that, the 750 does make a difference. This really does make a big difference. But honestly, out of 740, 750, those are just budget ones. The third one I'm going to show you is honestly the best out of the $1,000 ones. That's a little over. Copper cooling, IC diamond thermal compound, you don't need. Honestly, if you had to choose from one or the other, get the IC diamond thermal compound. That one tends to help a little bit more, and it's cheaper, but the copper cooling does help a lot too. For this one, I still wouldn't upgrade to 16 gigs. Keep it at 8, that's all you need. Then everything else is the same, like same exact. And then the OS is still Windows 8, which adds $80 to the price. And so you can also give no operating system, so you have to purchase the operating system disc yourself. So yeah, same warranty. And so the final price is $1,034. That's a Sager price at if you go to SagerNotebooks.com. And then you get $31.02 $31.02 off. And so there's your final price. And whoops, I'm sorry about that. Then the student discounts and military discounts you could do at the end. And so I am a student, so I do get that discount. And even 1% actually does help in your final price. As you can see, 3% does $30, which is, $30 you could go buy, like, upgrade. Let's look at something. You could get an external keyboard for that money you're saving, or a, you get a carrying case, so that's nice. Now let's look at the third one, and this is the one I recommend out of the $1,000 ones. This is pretty pricey. So everything is the same. Even the processor is the same. i7 4700 MQ. I don't recommend the i5 because the i5 tends to be a little bit too slow for the GPU. The GPU's, I think, is a little bit too fast for the i5, which is gonna not put the GPU to its full potential. But the nice thing about this is it has the 765M, and this time, if you've noticed, it's the GTX instead of the GT. So the nice thing about that is the reason I wanted the GTX is so I could hook up my NVIDIA Shield, and I could stream games off of this laptop. I plan to purchase a NVIDIA Shield sometime in the future, so that'd be nice. I could stream it because you need a GTX, and then the GTX tend to just run better than the GTs. So the 765 by far has a big difference from the 750 and 740, and for an extra $90, honestly, I would get this. Cooling, and then this one, I actually, if you do have the extra money, I would consider upgrading this one to 12 gigs, 16 gigs. I don't think you need 24 gigs. I think that one is a little bit over for what you really need. And so, something else I wanted to mention is that you can remove the Sager branding and all that stuff, so it's just blank. And you could get, like, custom wraps, like you get, like, carbon fiber and all that stuff. And you go to their channel, Exotic PC's channel, to see how they do all that stuff. Specific etchings, but you can also get SSDs and second hard drive spots, so that's really nice. So let's scroll down to the bottom. And once again, this one is Windows 8, and it does have a GPU overclocking, and honestly, I don't overclock my GPU, I only overclock my CPU. I just have really bad luck with overclocking my GPU, and I don't really want to touch it, and I don't want anybody else to touch it because I don't want anybody screwed up or something. So, you can get it, I don't care about this one. And GPU overclocking for something, like, depending on how strong it is and how much the overclocking does. but you can do research about that yourself if you want it overclocked or not. And they have great customer service, so feel free to email them, call them, live chat them. So same warranty, all that stuff. And this one is $1,124.01. It's the regular price. You get $33.72 off, and then there's the final price of $1,090.29. And so I think these computers are really great. They're all Sega, and I'm fine with whatever Sega. I don't have a Sega. The only gaming laptop is my brother's Asus, but currently the only gaming thing I'm using is my custom desktop. Not mine, it's ours, because I have to share with family members and stuff. So these are 3 great laptops, and I would highly recommend them. I went through them with the people at Exotic PC, and they all think that they're great. But when you're looking up, checking them, it's all about the GPU. That, like, when you come to these higher end laptops, it's not about the CPU anymore. If you're gonna have a good enough CPU. If you're at the i7, the higher end of the i7's 4th generation processors, you need to start looking at your GPUs. GPUs are really gonna make a huge difference than your processors. People think that you need an expensive processor and a cheap GPU. It's the other way around. So, I mean, don't go cheap on your CPU, but I would spend a little bit more on your processor. So here's just God computer, I would say. This is hitting almost $4,000. So, yeah, let's look at this. So 17.3, all those were 15.6, I think, but you could double check the footage. So this one's going to have an expensive GPU, and this is going to have the i7 4930MX, 3 GHz to 3.9 GHz. That's just overload. So if you have this type of money, I recommend this. So this is going to have the cooling and copper cooling. Then it has the GTX 780M. So this is one of their newest graphics cards. They're actually released recently, the GTX 780 Ti. And so AMD just came out with their good card. And now NVIDIA has to strike back. But if there's an M at the end, that means it's a mobile version. And this actually has 4 gigs of GDDR5, which is flippin' fantastic. You don't see 4 gigs a lot in NVIDIA cards, but I'm not saying that I like NVIDIA more. I mean, my computer I'm using right now has a NVIDIA, one of the Titan cards, but it also has an AMD Phenom, which I think AMD makes great processors. They also make great video cards. If you're going AMD, you usually want to use that because they have more RAM. But the nice thing about NVIDIA is that they have their physics. But you could watch some other videos on YouTube about that. So yeah, let's continue scrolling down. 32 gigs of RAM. It's a HyperX. I love the HyperX, even though it's super expensive. So the HyperX is fantastic. You can do whatever here, because most likely if you're buying this, you have loads of cash. You could get SSDs. It already comes with 2 SSDs and a hard drive. And so, yeah, let's keep on scrolling down. And so the last thing I changed, oh, I forgot to do this. Yeah, I would get, because I'm not planning to buy this, yeah, sure, get the overclocking, or you could overclock it yourself. And this one actually comes with Windows 8 for free, unlike Sega. Sega wants to make that appealing cheap price, but you always need to put in that $80 at the end for the operating system, and then they always start with the i5 and then all the i7s as the choices. I mean, they're still cheap with that, but yeah, this is God computer. As you can see, the price right here is absolutely crazy. And so I just wanted to show you this one for fun. And so this I forgot the model of this MSI is. Let's go back up to the top. The GT70 20D019US. But I looked this up on the internet before I saw this on an exotic PC. This computer will run anything you throw at it. Like, if you want to throw, I'm not sure, Crisis 3, you could run it at the highest settings easily. And so that's nice. And the nice thing about exotic PC, because when you get Intel or NVIDIA stuff, Intel and NVIDIA tend to give you like free stuff when you order custom stuff from them. So like you get free Splinter Cell Blacklist plus the mouse pad. And then up here for Sega, I know Sega, yeah, $75 in-game credit for like NVIDIA sponsored games or something. And so yeah, it's all that for the Segers. And so they all have their special deals. And so yeah, that's my top laptops for October 2013. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.